Yeah, man, I'm back on my corner again, 116 in Lenox, right? Reason why this corner play a big part in my life and this whole block, right? When I was a little kid coming up, like 10 years old, 9 years old, all of us from like 5 or 6 different blocks, we used to all meet up on this corner right at this train station. And at the same time, what we used to do, we used to meet up. And we used to go downtown past 110th Street and rob, pickpocket, steal, blahs, alpaca, stuff like that. Get fly, you understand what I'm saying? You know, snatch money bags and everything. Till tap, if y'all don't know, is open the cash register up and stealing the money. You understand what I'm saying? And this corner plays a big part because this is where we all used to meet up. And right here on this corner, we used to snatch money from the cab drivers. One of us used to be on the passenger side, and I'd creep up on the driver's side, and at that point in time, the cab drivers used to have the money in their top pocket, snatch it, and we gone. Run around here, run around. That's when the buildings was open. You could go through the basement, the backyard, and you could disappear like a ghost in the night. You understand what I'm saying? So now getting back to the Harlem situation, right? You know, we all came up in this environment. I came up in 116th Street, this block right here. You understand what I'm saying? Before this block got infiltrated by all these outsiders. I call them outsiders because they wasn't born here. They ain't come up here. They here right now after the smoke cleared. But yeah, man, I want to talk about jukebox. Jukebox was the guy used to run all the jukeboxes in Harlem. Jukeboxes was where they play the music at. Where they play the music, put the quarter in there and play the music. You see what I'm saying? And what happened is the mob had the jukebox. So the mob tried to muscle in on the black people. Jukebox was running all the jukeboxes. Jukebox and them had a big war with the Italians from Pleasant Avenue. You understand what I'm saying? And they couldn't take no, we wasn't allowing that. Nigga, we had different crews, different Black Mafia figures, because that's what they named us as, Black Mafia. We had the Surrett brothers. Like I said, we had Goldfinger. Like I said before, we had Watusi running 116th Street. You know, we had Cody, King Cody and them, Roy Hagan. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that think in one mind, oh, the mob had this on lockdown. Mob had shit on lockdown, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. The mob had the dope on lockdown. But you know what? They had a secret order. If you get caught selling dope in the mob, you get murdered. You understand? And they were trying to overprice black people and use them. Black people found out a way how to go to Thailand to bring the heroin back. Nigga brought the heroin back. You understand what I'm saying? Like Sarge. You understand what I'm saying? Frank Lucas. Frank Matthews and them niggas, French Connection. You understand what I'm saying? The French, we bringing it back. But the thing is we want to cut out the middleman. The Italian dude was the middleman. You understand what I'm saying? My uncle was the one that put Frank Matthew on. When Frank Matthew went to him and said, "Yo, man, I wanna buy this." He said, "Okay." He gave him the coke. He said, "Nah, I need that heroin." What he did, he introduced him to somebody from our South America. Then they clicked up. Then the nigga with all the heroin plugged the nigga into the French Connection niggas from France. And that's how Frank Matthews got plugged into the game. That's how he got plugged into the game. Through Frank Matthews, through the nigga out of South America. And then it went on from there. Then once he got his hands on the work, once he got his hands on the work, bro, it was game over. Frank Matthews employed everybody in all 50 states. He had all 50 states on lockdown. You understand? Then he had another nigga, sergeant him, was going to Thailand, bringing the heroin back. They like the nigga said they bringing the heroin back in the dead bodies and shit like that. That's what we was doing. We cutting Italians out. We don't want to have nothing to do it. This is a whole black organization, Black Mafia type shit. We block all Italians out. Italians are mad. Frank Matthews went to one of the Gambinos and said, because they needed money, to Carlos Gambino, they needed money to support their drug thing or whatever they was doing. Nigga Frank said, nigga, I got 10 million right now. What's up? They didn't want to take it because he was a black man. That's when Frank went to Spanish Raymond them niggas. Spanish Raymond them niggas put the nigga on. First gave him the coke, said, I don't need the coke, nigga. I need the heroin. So nigga said, all right, we got you. Introduce him to the niggas South America. That's how we cut them niggas out of there. They was mad, but niggas gave them a chance to put money up. Gave them a chance to get their hands wet in our pockets. But no, they didn't want to do no business with us because we were black. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to mess with us because we was black. So what? We went and did our own thing. We went over there. Like my man Killer. I don't know where he at now. He got busted. He got busted for bringing that heroin from Thailand, from China. When he got busted, they kept that nigga over there. That nigga was in Thailand prison for so long, he learned to speak fluent Chinese. When he came home, I seen him. The nigga had the dream. He had the dream Benz up the block here. He came there beefing because somebody was working for him, owed him some money. Nigga ain't pay. Nigga came down here. They get ready to do him in, do him dirty. I had to get in the middle. Yo, listen, man. Yo, man, that's my man. Let him go back, got in his car, he drove off. See what I'm saying? He drove off. I'm like, all right, cool, man, cool. He's the one that was, when he came back and brought them keys back, it was like 80 to 90% pure. Stand to 50, stand to 60. You understand what I'm saying? 90, 80% pure heroin. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody, when they came back, niggas, yo, killer this, killer that. Nigga, the 116, see, A from Manhattan Avenue, we had the whole crew of people, man. It was so many young niggas getting money, it was crazy. It was crazy. But this block, 116th Street, this was the hub for all the old timers to come down to meet up. This was the meet and greet block. You understand? When you coming from down south, you come from Chicago, you come from Ohio, I don't care where you come from, you gotta come to this block and meet up. Then when you go eat, you go to Adele. Then you wanna go to Madrid's. Then you go to Elmadale. You understand what I'm saying? Major places, you sit down, have your meetings. Sit down, yeah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And in that time, a man's word was good. If a nigga told you something, that's what it is. His word was 100% good. His word was everything. So, and then to show you how strong we was, it wasn't all this ratting. It wasn't all this ratting. Niggas wasn't telling like they telling today. You understand what I'm saying? These niggas was cold-blooded ratting. These niggas tell on each other today and everything. You see what I'm saying? For anything. They get busted, they go in the bullpen and asking for a bologna and cheese sandwich and a cigarette. You understand? Begging, young thug, begging. These niggas will rat on you in a minute. Back then, you ain't have to worry about a nigga ratting on you. You ain't have to worry about that. Niggas get shot up and everything. Nobody know nothing. Nobody know nothing. People mind their business. See what I'm saying? Back then, they was talking about civilians. There's no such thing as civilians. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing we say, yo, he's not in the game. But you know what? You're not in the game, you mind your business. You see a nigga get killed, you keep it moving. Police come ask you a question, you don't know what happened. You never see nothing. That's our motto. We didn't hear, we didn't see, and we didn't speak nothing. We don't speak, we don't hear, and we don't see. Always remember that. Today, niggas hear everything, niggas see everything, and niggas speak on everything. They speak on everything. You know what I'm saying? Old Harlem wasn't like that, man. All these hustlers, when you see certain niggas come through, you seeing niggas whispering. So the next man wouldn't hear what was said. You feel what I'm saying? So the next man won't hear what was said. You know what I'm saying? Everything was underground. Everything was underground. Everything was on the low. Nigga, you understand? It's like a secret organization with this hustle and shit. It's a secret organization. It was secret spots where niggas said, yo, we gonna be at this after hour spot. Only a handful of people know. And a handful of people know that was the chosen people that was chose to come there to get the information, or know when the drugs are coming in, or know when the next move gonna be made, or whatever. Not everybody had the opportunity to come to certain places. Didn't have the opportunity to come to certain places. You understand? Unless you was called, unless you was invited, unless you had an invitation to come. Nigga, you just don't pop up, because the doors is not gonna open for you. You ain't got the key to the door, you ain't gonna get in. The key to the door is when people invite you. People, you know when it's happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, niggas couldn't just come to Frank Matthews spot or Club 83, Nicky Barnes spot and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? You had to be invited there. People had to know who you are. If you wasn't known, you ain't getting through that door. Especially when they having special meetings. We having special meetings. How we gonna issue out the drugs? How we going? What's up? Okay. How we gonna issue the drugs out? Who gonna get the drugs? Who gonna get the money? And you know, where we orchestrating big moves. Big moves. We orchestrate. These are the people who is privileged to hear what's really going on. See what I'm saying? What was a part of that? That's why you get be part of the conversation. You'll be part of the conversation. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. I used to sit down on my stoop every day. You understand? I remember I got snatched up by the feds because I used to come out there every day and talk to Cody. Every morning. The feds grabbed me one morning and said, nigga, I see you out there every day with that guy. Do you know who he is? I said, nah, I don't know who he is. He said, do you know what he do? I don't know what he do. He said, do you live in that building? Yes, I do. I live apartment 15 on the 5th floor. You understand what I'm saying? Apartment 15 on the 5th floor. That's where I lived at. That's where I'm born and raised at. They said, all right, we watching you. That's it. I remember they had the police called Deadeye. Niggas don't know nothing about Deadeye in Harlem. Most notorious police, black police, you understand what I'm saying? Drive up on you, snatch you up, you got money on you, he taking all your money, taking all your dope. Then he gonna tell you owe him. Nigga, he gonna tell everybody you a rat. I remember they snatched me up, they said, yeah man, you know what's going on. I said, I don't know nothing. I don't know what's going on. Go around. You don't know what's going on. See what I'm saying? Don't know. So you know what's going on. I see you here every morning. I said, man, I live in that building right there. Nigga said, all right, well, watch this. Threw me in the back of the car, ride me around the block, the old trick to get everybody to think that you telling. You point. Nigga, when I came back, the nigga said, yo, Jake, I seen that I got you. Grab, yeah, man. That was it. Niggas ain't question my loyalty to the game. My loyalty to the game. You understand what I'm saying? I salute myself. Been in this game 67 years. I don't have a bad name. I don't have a name for ratting. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have a name for ratting. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do no behind the scenes shit. I don't do no behind the scene type of situation. You understand what I'm saying? Young Thug get caught talking to the police in the back of the car. Young Thug get caught talking to the police in the interrogation room. You understand? Nigga ain't asked you, you telling them about everything. Nigga, I've been in motherfucking precinct. You know what I tell them? Listen, man, I got the right to remain silent, and I need a lawyer. Matter of fact, nigga, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I ain't got nothing to say. Lock me up. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying? When you get arrested by the police, you don't say nothing. You go in the bullpen, tell them you don't know nothing. They say, well, I don't want to talk, because you're right. They can't question you without a lawyer. They can't question you if you don't want to talk. So when they question them niggas like Young Thug and all them niggas, they wanted to talk. They ain't have to talk. Because, first of all, if they would have never read them, the Miranda rights, that's what it's called. The Miranda rights, saying that you have the right to remain be silent, you have the right to have a lawyer, you have to have a right to have a lawyer with you, that's the Miranda right. If they never read you that, nigga, they gonna throw your whole case out. So they had to read it to them, and the niggas that's talking, they already got the rules and regulations. You ain't got to talk, but they still talking. They still running their mouth. And don't get it twisted. We had rats. We had rats in Harlem. We had rats doing their thing, just snitching. They had a nigga named Shoemaker. The rat ass nigga. I did business with the nigga. The nigga beat me, gave me some bullshit, but I made it work. Then the nigga disappeared. I coming through Sing Sing. I seen that rat nigga. The word was out. He was a rat. Everybody. Nigga was a rat. Nigga took the stat. Nigga Shoemaker seeing me, and motherfucker checked in. Checked right in. You understand what I'm saying? Checked right in. Here, let me go. Come here, baby. Give me a hug. This is a girl, man. This is a girl right here. This is a girl.
Yes, sir. Legit.
Hello, everybody. Yo, you tell them about this? You tell them about that, the Mars, when it got blown up and all that. Tell them about the Mars. How this block was a main thing about Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. Yeah, let them know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So you wanted to tell, because they, by law, by the statute of law, they got to tell you, you got to keep your mouth shut. If you didn't keep your mouth shut, Young Thug, because you have been a rat. You've been telling. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I was saying before, Gunna, yeah, you should have never said that organization was a part of a criminal organization. You should have said, no, that's a legitimate recording studio, recording club, you understand what I'm saying, whatever. Legitimate. You're supposed to be legitimate. So, it's like in Harlem, man. No, we got boss players, but don't think they didn't have the snitches around lurking the chill. But they know if they come out, the word get out, they were finito. They couldn't come outside. They was finito. You see what I'm saying? They was finito about the things they doing. See what I'm saying? Just like with Puffy father. That was a lie when they said he ratted. That's just the word. Niggas assume they got the wrong information. Cause back then, niggas' words was good. Nigga word was 100% good. Niggas wasn't lying on people. Niggas wasn't making up stories on people. But now, some people got misinformation, got the wrong information. It wasn't a lie, but this was the information was going around, and they said, all right, he said it, so they jacked it. That's why they jacked the joint on Puffy father. Puffy father was not a rat. With all the information, I'm born and raised in here, 67 years. Nigga, I've been around Puffy father, Melvin, when I was a kid. He wasn't a rat. That was misinformation. What they did, somebody said it, somebody made it up. He was there, and they said he the only one could have knew when this was that. But other people knew. You understand what I'm saying? I heard some other people got in trouble behind that. But some people get misinformation. You see them? That, like today, niggas will lie on you. Today, niggas will make up fake paperwork on you. Because when you winning, they don't want to see you win. They do not want to see you win. So they make up anything to discredit your character. The worstest thing in life. The worst thing in life, niggas ain't got to shoot you. Niggas ain't got to kill you. All they got to do is assassinate your character, and you couldn't even come outside. That's worse than dying. Because once they assassinate your character, it's like being dead because nobody want to mess with you. It's like you sleeping in a coffin, waking up at night when nobody's around. See what I'm saying? That's what the government do to people. They lie on people so so they can segregate you from everybody, so turn everybody against you. You understand what I'm saying? Turn everybody against you. That's like this paperwork coming out on Young Thug. You understand? That's the government doing that. The government doing that. See what I'm saying? The government want niggas to turn against everything, causing confusion. You know, you ain't supposed to let out the rap papers. They let the rap papers out on Young Thug. Y'all gotta watch this. They let it out on them deliberately to assassinate as a character. That's what the feds do to you. They don't get you one way, get you another way. They assassinate your character. Now, I've been brought up in this. I done seen this shit happen many times. I seen them motherfuckers assassinate a nigga character forever. Forever. That's worse than dying. Because once they assassinate your character, everybody go against you. Nobody want to mess with you. It'd be like they ostracized you out of the community, and you ain't got nobody to talk to. When you go to sleep, you ain't got nobody. When you wake up, you ain't got nobody. You understand what I'm saying? That's the worstest thing. That's why you say, oh, I got paperwork on you, I got evidence you did this, I got evidence you did that. Because that's worse than killing you. They killing you slowly, you understand what I'm saying? But you know what? If something to show you something to speak on it, if that nigga Young Thug would have never said nothing in the precinct, asked for a sandwich, and all that, said that to the police, all this would have never came out. All this would have never came out. You talking shit about Gunna, how you know Gunna ain't pay somebody to put that out? See what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of these people is dumb nowadays. They snitch, they tell on everything. Nowadays, these niggas will tell on anything. My life. Especially, I ain't never been around rats like this in my life. When I was coming up on this block right here, niggas wasn't telling. Nigga, when you get some pussy, you wasn't telling who did it. You don't kiss and tell. What that mean? You don't kiss and tell. And niggas gotta understand about the rat code. The rat code, the police have a rat code. It's called the blue line, nigga. The blue line. Polices don't tell on other polices. That's why you see a lot of police get away with the shit. Cause another police ain't gonna tell on another police. You see what I'm saying? Even when you was a little baby, you tell on your little brother for eating extra food. That's telling. You gotta know when to keep your mouth shut. You gotta know when to fold and when to hold. It ain't about you telling everything you see. And like this civilian shit, ain't no such thing as civilian. Because if a civilian snitch on me, I'ma be mad, nigga. You not a civilian. I'ma try to send somebody to do something to you. So it's the same thing. If you a civilian, why not mind your business? Why you want to get on TV? Why you want to pass information around? That ain't none of your business. So you're not even doing it right. You're not even doing it right. See what I'm saying? It's like crazy what you niggas are doing. You know, times change. Like niggas say, yesterday money is not today's money.